Dungeons and Dragons.
And junk drawer. Oh, hey.
Welcome back to another episode of Dungeons and Dragons and Junk Drawer.
Ding.
Ding. Josh is here for now, but he won't be for much longer.
Goodbye.
Josh.
Oh, you want me to do it now? Okay, hey,
Yeah, I figured you should do it now.
Yeah. Oh, then let me take off the player not found for a second. Where'd it go? Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, so I will be here for the next 30 seconds, and then maybe at the end, who knows? Life's a highway, and I'm gonna go lay down. So, the only shout out I have, yeah, I mean, on the side though, I won't get hit. I'll be safe.
I love Rascal Flatts.
So the one shout out I have is the one shout out. Oh, actually, no, I do have something. Make noise real quick.
Ass and titties.
Never
Okay.
gonna get monetized now.
Okay, I'm back. Okay, so this weekend I went to the Ren Fair in Colorado Springs, and it was pretty cool. So I got this little handmade, I hope handmade, Loki mug. The colors don't quite show up on screen, but shout out to the Colorado Ren Fair. And also, fuck you, Donovan.
Yeah.
Bye, Josh.
So, bye.
Bye, buddy. Love you.
Love you.
Up next, we're going to hit Mike Spillane and see what he's got for us out in the field.
Out in the field. Oh, well, thank you, Pat. Real happy to be here. And as you can see over here, that there's a field behind me. Thank you for this opportunity to report on all of our social media accounts. In our Twitter, it is at The Junk Drawer Show, as is our TikTok and our Instagram. And you can also subscribe to our YouTube at The Junk Drawer Show. And of course, if you are here on Twitch, be sure to follow and subscribe because that is going to lead to a pretty swell forecast. Did my best. Shout out to rest in peace to Joey Jordison, original drummer of Slipknot, passed away today kind of unexpectedly. So that's a sad time for Mike, but rest in power. So back to you, Pat.
Also, Mike, I would just like to say, Ollie, what's the weather like out there?
Where am I at right now?
I would say that you're down.
Space weather.
We met Phil Lamar, so that is we feel good about that. We connect. Up next, I would like to throw it to our art master himself, Carlos.
That's me. Hi. I'm going to give a shout out this week to Random Encounter Productions. This is the other group that I play with on Monday nights. Yesterday, we actually had a pretty fun game. Looks like we're going to be heading towards some Mind Flayers soon. So we'll see how Thozen handles that. Yeah, so you can check them out at Twitch, YouTube. What?
I said no pressure, Justin.
Right. We have Ragnarok in front of us. I'm pretty sure, like, we're all going to die. But yeah, you can check them out at REP RPG on Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, all forms of social media platforms and whatnot. Check them out. And then also with them, even though maybe Norse Foundry will, sponsor us one day too. But with them, you can use the code REPRPG and you can get I think it's like a 10 or 15, I think I want to say 10% off of your total
Norse Foundry order
at the end.
Norse Foundry has Loki dice.
Mm-hmm. They have real nice dice.
Fuck.
Right? Check us out. Next, use us.
We have the man, the myth, the legend, the guy with the biggest PP I know, Dice Daddy.
Yikes. This is so unexpected. And then I just pull out a speech. No.
I'm so unprepared.
I'm so unprepared. Glasses. I would like to shout out my usual shout outs of Roll20 being a great platform for us to be able to, despite great distances, play together. And I wanted to shout out friends of the show of Mythic Portal Games, Printable Heroes, Kev's Lounge, David Hemingway, Zerchester's Artist Shop, Kezia Suarez Art, A2 Alley Art, Nikki Artsicle, all the art. Just look at art, okay? And that's all I got tonight, man.
No,
Back to you, Pat.
no sexually veiled threats for David Hemingway.
He knows what he did.
I would like to start off how I start most streams off by thanking my wife for allowing me to play imagination with you guys. I greatly appreciate that she lets me do that. And if you've been married for 10 minutes, you know that that really is how that works. I would also like to shout out nobody. That's it. That's all I really got. I want to unshout out Wormwood because I've been waiting for my fucking blue dice from Wormwood for like a year and I still don't have them. So I'm upset. Go shop at Norse Foundry. Fuck Wormwood in the butt.
Wow.
Yeah, I have very strong feelings about that.
Strong stance.
I've drawn my line in the sand.
And it's a butt.
And it's a butt. It's a dick butt because I feel like I'm getting fucked in the butt with a dick. I don't want it.
Easy there, champ. Kids
It's
are
too late.
watching.
Hey,
I'm
don't
already
judge
there.
it till you
No, they're
try
not.
it.
No, they're not. It's past their bedtime. With all of that being said, Dice Daddy, whenever you're ready.
So, last time we were all together, we were dealing with the ramifications of the incursion of Valoria. Essentially, everyone was in lower spirits than usual, and despite being together, there were things that you guys wanted to do. Alder found out that Valoria is pretty much a barren wasteland at this point, that it'll take some time before anything will grow naturally there and it be a viable resource. Thokk had recently found out that there is some kind of interference with Manu. He's not coming in as clear and almost muffled. The only other thing that's really been standing out has been Loki's recent attitude and lapses of memory. But the four of you all got together. It's a plane shift. You had agreed with Vindran and Valdana to meet at the Isle of Storms as you were going to do your business and take care of Queen Anya and put her in her final resting place once and for all on Asgard. And then I made you all roll some checks. And from what I described, everything kind of turns white for all of you. And Thor, we'll go with you first. There's a few moments and you feel your eyes are closed and the back of your eyelids are starting to light up from the sun coming up as you kind of open one eye and you're in this very large field. And you can see in the distance Asgard. But it's not the crumbled mess that you once saw it, but pristine and up. Go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Oh, a strength for my character. That is a 4.
I'm going to give it to you because you start moving forward, but unfortunately you're stuck. And when you look down, you are kind of put up like a scarecrow. Not in the regard of like a crucifixion. You have nails through your arms.
Am I a sexy scarecrow?
I mean, you're not wearing a shirt. And I'll let you roll another perception check.
Oh, much better. 18, modded 18.
Modded 18. You look and you have both of your arms. They're both bound to this weird stick thing that you're on, but you currently have both of them.
I'm going to look around and I'm just going to kind of call for Alder, Thokk, and Loki. Guys, are you... Help? Hello? Anyone? Does anybody show up?
There are a few moments, and unfortunately, no one shows up. Occasionally, some crows from your voice kind of fly out of the fields.
I'm going to try and, like, pull my arms off the
Okay.
from being restrained.
Go ahead and roll a strength check.
23.
You are able to just muscle it down and it just splinters around your back and you start taking the ropes off. And you start walking through this field. I need you to make another perception check for me.
What is that? That is a 14 plus 15.
15. So as you're slowly trudging towards Asgard, occasionally your feet will crunch under more of this kind of wood, almost like there were more of these kind of like crosses that were up, along with rope.
Do any of them have like a name or who they would have belonged to?
You can investigate if you'd like.
Yeah, I would like to do that. Investigation. Normally I don't do this. 14.
There are no kind of names or any kind of sigils that would imply that these belong to someone.
Would I know from my time, obviously in Asgard, would I know about where I am, like whose farm or field this would be?
Go ahead and roll a history check.
Now we're getting in the good stuff. 17 plus 6 is a 23.
Hold on, sorry, my thing came out. Can you hear
You're
me?
good. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So you do know that there are different gods to the kind of the harvest and to the kind of gather esque. I mean, it's nothing to the extent of you know exactly where you are. You didn't spend a lot of time in any of the fields or any of the orchards, but you do know that you are in a very large, what I would equate it to, a cornfield. But no, corn's really not a thing here.
I'm gonna call out for Mjolnir and see if I can get the hammer.
So you put your hand out, and after a few moments, it calls right to your hand.
This is weird. And I see Asgard in ruins across the way, or is it look how I remember when I visited last, and it's just far away?
Roll another investigation.
No, 9.
I mean, it looks like it's intact. It doesn't look like the last time you saw it.
Weird. Okay. Hmm. I'm going to start flying towards it, but I'm gonna keep an eye out on either side to make sure that there's like nothing weird going on.
Okay. Oh, as you start to go into the air, we will move on to a few minutes earlier with Alder. Alder, you wake up and you are in what I can describe as like almost like a barn, but it's a really, really nice barn. And you look down, you are currently wearing like kind of commoner clothes, not your own clothes, as you kind of like look down confused. And go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Sure. Oh, that's not great. 15.
15. You feel something around your ankle, like it's very brittle, and you see that there is a rope that is kind of tied to your ankle.
Okay. Are my hands free?
Your hands are free, yes.
Okay. Do I notice anything About the rope that like I wouldn't be able to untie, or
Go ahead and roll another kind of investigation check.
it's not as good as perception. Natural 20.
It's not an incredibly difficult knot. It looks like it's secure around your ankle. So like if you pulled, it would get tighter. But it is around this time that you do hear kind of like a crash, almost like something crashing out of the barn, like a window or a wall. And you start hearing the sound of rope kind of being pulled, but not to the point where it's like a slow churn. It's quick and it's going by pretty fast.
Then I'm going to try and undo the rope around my ankle really quick.
Okay. Go ahead and do a sleight of hand check as you see the rope that you're tied to is starting to get taut.
Natural 1.
Okay. So you start getting dragged through the barn as you're getting hit by different like pitchforks, and you're trying to undo this knot on your ankle. And eventually you get to the source of the wall, and there's just a very, I would say, almost like a shoebox sized hole that the rope is kind of slipping and sliding out of.
Shit. Okay. Am I still on the move, or can I try and undo myself again?
I'm going to say you can try again, though it will be at disadvantage since you're getting closer and closer to the wall.
Can't be worse than a natural 1, right? 2 natural 1s. Just kidding. I got a 14 as my low.
Okay. 14. So you are halfway up the wall before you're able to untie the rope, and you kind of smack down on your shoulders, and you look out, and it just looks like it's like a very far away bird, and you just see this rope just like dangling.
So wait, I was being pulled by a bird?
Kind of. I did forget one detail, Thor. There's a very long rope that's tied to Mjolnir. Anyway.
Weird. Okay.
In that case, I'm going to, because that bird was trying to pull me, and I'm assuming I don't have any sign around me of any of my colleagues. Is that correct?
You can attempt to look for him.
So I'm assuming that would be investigation again. So there we go. 17.
17. Okay. You kind of look around and you're just like, okay, looking under like hay, maybe people are like sleeping under there. Eventually you get to this very large cellar door that has like this iron wrought ring. It's like a trap door that you would pull up.
Let's go for it.
Okay. So go ahead and roll a strength check for me.
You're getting me on all the good ones tonight. 15.
15. Okay.
You're a
So
strong boy
able
now.
to like move
Not
it,
really.
and you pull up, and there's a moment, and this hot steam of air just kind of hits your face. It's like humid, it's wet, and you just hear as you look down, and there is a little placard that just says Cosmo on it. And a little ladder that you can walk down.
Rain check. Close the door.
Okay. So you close the door, and
Because that name has no significance to me, correct?
roll an intelligence check at disadvantage.
A check, you said?
Mm-hmm.
It's a 6. The other one was a natural 20.
It's familiar, but that's about it.
It rings a bell, but not enough for me to want to go near that breathing sound on my own. Okay, bye, Cosmo. See ya. I close the door, and I'm gonna just, I guess, start making my way out and see if I can maybe go towards wherever that bird flew off to.
Okay. As you're looking through and you're passing by everything, there are a lot of different beasts that you're not really common with. Like there's a Pegasus that's there, and there are different colored horses, almost like the horses in Wizard of Oz and the Emerald City. They're all different kinds of like fuchsias and purples and pinks.
This is incredible. I've never been to another plane before, so I'm just kind of taking it all in.
Okay. As you take it all in, we will finally go to Thokk. Thokk, there are a few moments that you rarely sleep in. This seems to be one of those moments, as there you are just bathed by sunlight as you kind of like wake up, and your face is like in a pillow, and you kind of look around, and you're in it's almost like you have a canopy bed. So you're in this big fluffy bed that has this like canopy that's draped over it, and you're wearing these really, really nice white linens. And you can see out of both eyes.
The fuck? What are the? Wait, wrong character. Where the fuck am I? I get out of bed.
Okay. You get out of bed, and there are different like there's like a nice little table. Your armor is all polished and neat, and go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
18.
18. And with your 18, roll a d4 for me.
A D4?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, you're cutting in and out on my end.
Am I cutting in for anyone else?
No.
Okay.
You know, I think it's my Wi-Fi. 3.
3. Interesting. Okay. So you take note of your armor, and it's clean and it's lustered, but it looks like there's just like a fine, if you didn't roll as high, you wouldn't have noticed that there is like just a sheet of dust on your armor, almost like it hasn't been like polished in a while.
How long was I asleep?
As you're kind of squatting, there's a gentle rap at your door.
Hello?
Yes. Are you decent? As you hear this feminine, almost, I wouldn't say shrill, but very nervous voice.
Yeah,
Okay.
I guess.
So the door on the far end opens as this mousy kind of like, I would say maybe in like her 40s, early 50s, tufts of red hair, kind of wild. And she is wearing these ceremonial robes, and she goes, I'm so sorry to interrupt you, head priest, but we have to get ready for the wedding.
Excuse me?
Yes, for Crux and Eris, we have to get ready for the wedding. The wedding is going to be in about 3 hours. You have everything prepared. Yes?
Who's Cruxinaris?
Oh, it's the very lovely couple that you met a few weeks ago. They came to your chamber. You explained to them how marriage works and how it's a compromise. I mean, it's truly an honor to watch you work.
Sure. Yeah. Have you seen my assistants, Alder and Thor?
Alder and Thor, the stable boy?
The stable boy.
Yes, the fellow with
What
the
does he look
long
like?
ears. He takes care of the animals.
Yeah, him.
Well, I didn't realize you needed. Do you need a horse for them?
every religion has their own, let's say, rituals. This is one of the ones that I personally partake in, and his assistance would be much appreciated.
And
I'm
this,
trying to BS my way through this.
the woman kind of smiles and she goes, "You are the head priest, so yes. I mean, I can certainly get Alder. What's a Thor? Is it like a flower, or is
That is
that
a
like
great question.
another animal? I mean, I can ask the stable boy if he has a Thor.
More of an animal.
Definitely a flower.
No. I mean, if he has one, then he could bring it with him, but
Okay,
it's like a mushroom.
mushroom. Okay. And I'm sure you'll have everything ready. I know that the king and queen are very excited to witness the wedding.
Sure. Yeah, I'm very excited for them to be very excited about it.
I mean, you're best friends with the king, aren't you? Are you
Yes.
playing a joke on me, head priest?
No. No, of course not. Who's the king again at this time?
You are playing a joke on me. Very funny. Very funny. I'll go get your stable boy. Doesn't know who King Loki is.
Oh, what
As the door closes.
what the fuck is going
You're just kind
on?
of like,
Um what's happening? I'm going to let's try it. I'm going to use divine intervention
okay.
and ask Pellor for some answers as to where I am and or when I am.
Okay.
What are we at? 14? No,
Yep.
I'm 10 levels.
Yeah.
So 10.
10 or less.
Oh god,
10%
what are my
chance.
percent? I mean, there could be worse odds.
Come on, a one. Come
No,
on.
57.
57.
So,
So
close.
But it was
close.
worth a shot. Yeah,
Okay. So
I know.
you concentrate and push out, and you just hear the pitter pattering and the chattering of outside the door.
Okay. I'm gonna try to call for Manu in my head.
Okay. Go ahead and try to make a charisma save at disadvantage.
Ooh.
Charisma.
Machismo.
I'm horrible at charisma. At disadvantage?
Disadvantage.
Okay. 16. It was an 18 and a 16.
Okay. So you slowly push out, and it's very far away, but you can hear
Where the fuck are you?
Fuck, are you okay?
You sound so far. I'm okay. I don't know where I am, but I could barely understand you. You're driving through a tunnel?
What? A tunnel? No. Oh, God, you're still so stupid.
That came through perfectly.
What do you mean, like, still? Like,
You know what he means by still.
You have to get out of there.
where is there?
Asgard.
This isn't. Is this Asgard? Does it look like Asgardian?
Go ahead and
I'm
roll
like,
a
I don't know
history
what
check.
Asgardian would look like. I was like, I don't know what Asgardian would look like. -1. Cool, that's great. I rolled a natural 1, -1.
Oh, dang, we got a goose egg.
You're kind of just like, no, not familiar with Asgard. You could be in Asgard or England or like A Chuck E. Cheese. You have no idea.
Oh, does it have a ball pit?
I mean, he hasn't left the room. There could be a ball pit.
Leave the room. There could be a ball pit.
So I'm gonna look around for any clothes while I still talk to Manu in my head and be like, if I'm on Asgard, where the fuck are you?
I don't know. It's dark but sandy. You keep coming in
Cool.
and out, man. I don't know what. I haven't been able to keep track of anything. It's like things are just. It could be like an hour. I don't know when the last time I heard from you. I feel like I'm going crazy.
You and me both. Okay, well, I'll figure it out. I don't know how, I don't know where, and we'll figure it out. In the meantime, I apparently have a wedding to perform. As I like look for clothes.
Okay. You look around and kind of neatly pressed and kind of ironed out. There is a very handsome Robes of Pellor. Has the symbols on it. Smells like fresh linen. It's like these were put out for you, along with the vestiges, your Book of Pellor, the Robes of Pellor. And this is when you pass by a mirror and you noticed your eye is completely intact.
I look at the mirror and I start like poking it. Is it fleshy?
It feels fleshy.
I poke it. Does it hurt?
I mean, you feel a dull pain in your eye.
What the fuck? Was that a dream or was this a dream? No, that hurt too fucking much to be a dream. I start putting on the Pellor clothes.
Okay. As you do that, Thor, you are circling around Asgard, and it is bright, vibrant, pristine, even. And you see that there are people walking in the squares and in the town as you're just kind of going around the perimeter here.
Do I see anywhere where I could like get some clothes of any kind? Because I feel like I'm shirtless. I've probably got not great pants on. Just want to see if I can snag some outerwear, blend in a little bit.
Okay. So you kind of go about, and eventually, yes, you do know where the market is. Market's still where it is, and there are different vestiges of clothes and of hats, and everything is just kind of hustle and bustle, and occasionally people will just smile at you and say hello and continue about their day.
I'm gonna stop one of them. Any individual doesn't look like they're on a rush. I'm just gonna kind of like stop them real quick and just be like, quick question. I'm just got here. Where is here?
And they kind of look at you, and there's like this he's maybe like early 20s, young guy, black hair, kind of looks at you and he just goes, "It's very funny, Donna. That's Asgard. I gotta go."
Okay. You know he knows me. I'm Donna. But we're in Asgard. I look and I see Asgard,
You look and you see Asgard.
but they call me Donna.
That's what the gentleman called you.
I'm gonna stop someone else on the street.
Okay.
Hi. We've never met before. We are in Asgard, right? This is Asgard.
And another kind of like young, I would say younger woman, kind of brunette, auburn hair, looks at you and goes, "Yes, we're currently in Asgard. You know, you don't have to drink every morning, right?"
Yeah, no, it's just a, it's one of those days.
And she kind of smiles and she goes, "Should probably put a shirt on at some point."
Yep, working on that aspect. Who is king? just out of curiosity, is it Odin? Odin is still.
Oh, no. Odin's been gone for quite some time. Long vacation. No, it's King Loki.
And his queen is.
You know his queen, Amora.
Right. Loki and Amora. Right. Yep. And Thor is gone. He's
Okay.
just missing.
Oh, you're asking her about Thor. She
Yeah.
kind of looks at you quizzically. Go ahead and roll an insight check on her.
19.
And she seems genuinely earnest and says, "Sorry, don't know a Thor friend."
Okay. Great. I've gotten all of the information I need to start my day, put a shirt on. I'm gonna, yeah, no, it's great. I love it. It's perfect. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Are you putting up shelves? As she looks at the hammer in your hands.
I forgot to leave my hammer on the tool bench. Not a big deal. I've, got to protect yourself at all times. Make sure nobody can take your coin or whatever. Where do I live?
Oh, unfortunately, I'm unsure, friend.
It's been a rough morning. Donna, that's me. I'm Donna, apparently. Learning this for the first time.
You don't know your name.
Yeah, I thought I did, but apparently I don't.
Okay. I can try to see if I can find someone that can help you.
You know what? I'll go to the tavern. They'll know where I live. I can get, put my hammer down. I woke up in a field. It's fine. It's not a big deal. I've taken too much of your time already. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And
Goodbye.
I'll just kind of
Donna.
walk off.
Stretch
and-
up.
Yeah. And I'll walk off and go see if I can find some clothes so that I don't look like a homeless person.
Okay.
A ripped homeless person.
I would say eventually, after some time, you are able to find like a nice lace kind of silken shirt that is provided for you by free of charge. Everyone's really friendly. So they see that you are starting to get a little, sunburn on the shoulders. You get a nice shirt, and yeah, everything seems fairly pleasant.
Okay. Then I'm going to make a beeline for the castle.
Okay. I mean, you can't miss it. It's huge.
Right. I'm gonna go that way. I'm gonna fly if I can to it.
Okay. So you kind of put the hammer up, and you hear oohs and ahs from people as they had not seen a flying homeless man before.
First time for
And
everything.
Come to
as that
Florida,
happens,
you know.
Alder, what are you doing?
So yeah, I had just left the barn, and I was gonna try and see if I could see the direction of where the bird went. If not, I would just kind of look around for any signs of Thokk, Loki, Donna, or Thor. Find any signs of them at all.
Okay. Eventually, you do leave the barn. The barn is in like a when you leave the barn, it's in this very large kind of gold gate that you're behind. And as you kind of turn back around is the palace. As you hadn't seen the Asgardian palace before, and kind of like I thought Donner said it, or Thor said it was like busted. If you're looking for the bird, you can go ahead and roll an investigation check, see if you can find it.
Nope. Natural one.
Okay,
Get him out of the way now.
smart. So
I'm gonna
you're
be fighting my dreams later.
so you are uncertain of where that bird went, but you are currently in front of the palace.
So the palace isn't where I was. I was in the barn that was like next to the palace.
You're in the barn. Like the barn is part of the palace. It's more
Gotcha.
towards the front. And it's a massive barn. Like you're in this it's almost like the size of an apartment complex.
Shit.
Like a building in an apartment complex, as there are different levels to it when you were kind of walking around. And then obviously you have your basement level that Cosmo, whatever Cosmo is, lives there.
Gotcha. Okay. I guess I'll just kind of start just walking. I guess just walking around the grounds, looking around, trying to understand where I'm at and see if I can find anybody that knows anything about anything.
So as you're kind of wandering the garden, you do see that there are kind of ribbons everywhere, lace, beautiful flowers all over kind of like this archway, and different kinds of chairs. It looks like someone is setting up a wedding.
And I'm just gonna quickly like just druid craft a bouquet so that way I just look like I'm here to like blend in.
Okay. And you're like, and you just see like these people that are in, go ahead and roll a religion check for me.
Oh, good ones. 15.
15 works. As you're kind of like looking around, you see these different people in these white robes, but you see all of them have the crest of Pellor on them.
And I would recognize that Pellor is Thokk's god, right?
Yes. Yes.
So I'm just going to go up to one of them and be like, "You wouldn't happen to have seen Thokk, have you?"
And one of the kind of clergymen looks at you very odd. I'm sorry, Thokk?
Half orc, messed up eye.
Well, the head
Cleric of
priest is a
Pellor?
half orc. Yes, the head not a messed up eye, but the head priest is a follower of Pellor, champion of Pellor.
Do I am I still missing my finger?
Go ahead and when you look down, you have all 10 Piggly Wigglies.
I'm just gonna go ahead and just kind of look at that and be like, huh. Yeah, you're right. No messed up eye. Could you by chance bring me to the priest? There's with the ceremony coming up, there was an issue in the barn that I wanted to make sure he was aware of.
Issue in the barn. Do you want him to meet you in the barn?
Yes. Perfect.
Okay. Okay. Not a problem, Alder. We'll round him up.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
I appreciate it so much. Thank you for even knowing my name, because I don't. Yeah, I'm having a rough morning. Thank you.
Head of the stable. You watch over all the royal animals, including Cosmo.
Yes. That might be part of the issue. What is Cosmo? Is that having a really rough morning and everything's really hazy right now? I'm trying to figure everything out.
You're almost as forgetful as the king. It's
the king. Okay.
Cosmo is a Cerberus. Belongs to the queen, her pet, loves it to death.
Got it.
It's ornery if it doesn't eat every like 4 hours.
Who doesn't? Sounds great. So yeah, I'll go tend to Cosmo. If you could get me the priest. Sorry that I'm being as forgetful.
Liars. Excellent liars.
I apologize for being as forgetful as King.
They look at you.
Huh?
Do you want to roll a deception check here, bud?
I mean, I don't know who the king is, so it's...
Yeah, but
I want to roll a sincerity check to let them know I have no idea who the fuck this guy is.
And they just furrow their brow and go, Loki, King Loki.
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. A real rough morning.
Just got rougher.
And now I have more questions than I ever thought possible. I really, really appreciate your help. as I go, thank you so much again. You've been more valuable to my understanding of what's going on right now than you realize. I will head to the barn, and I'll look forward to seeing the priest there. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
And then I walk by. As I'm walking away, I'm just gonna like, this is. Do I know what a Cerebus is?
Go ahead and roll an animal check, my guy.
What's an animal
I would,
check?
I would say, oh no, do a intelligence check for
How do I
me.
make it an intelligence save?
No.
Please.
Can't say I didn't try. 16.
You read about Cerebuses when you were a kid, and your father, well, not your father, your mother would read, books to you, and a Cerebus is a dog with 3 heads.
How big are they?
You, at least from what you remember in the fairy tale, they were the size of buildings.
Building sized. Okay. Now, when we're saying building size, are we talking like Taj Mahal, like this building, or are we talking like tavern sized?
Taj Mahal.
Bullshit.
Fuck.
Boy. Okay. Well, good thing I'm. I mean, hopefully it likes me, considering I'm apparently its keeper. And I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of just like, sneak around and just kind of like make my way back to the barn, because I'm just like, basically it's just it's like that gif from was it Attack of the Show, where it's just like,
Yeah. Do a deception check so you're not suspicious.
so I sing a Webby and don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Jump out.
Don't be suspicious.
Natural 1.
You're suspicious as fuck.
Every
I'm
once in a while,
walking
like,
away. Don't be
you
suspicious.
keep knocking things over, and every once in a while, people will look at you, and you're just like, flowers. And
Just like gluten allergy.
gluten, plants. Eventually, you do get back to the barn. And then I will say, Thokk, it is relayed to you through the chain of command that the stable boy Alder has requested you in the royal barn. As you leave the room and you live inside, you would assume, the palace. There's gold adorned everywhere. Go ahead and roll investigations for me. Perception, sorry.
Just me?
Just you. It's just you, man.
Just me. That is a perception 24.
So you can deduce that, yes, you are in the palace. Your room is in the palace, and amongst all of the walls, they are lined with gold, and there are carvings in gold of a very slender gentleman with a horned helmet that kind of almost like ram horns. They kind of come up, like and holding a spear, like being triumphant and shaking hands with the giants. And there's one of slaying a dragon.
Okay. I'm going to well, I'm fully dressed. I'm
You
walking through the halls. I'm gonna start walking down, if I can, towards the stables.
Okay. Every once in a while, you kind of go the wrong direction, and occasionally the little mousy woman be like, "No, stables, Kia, head priest."
How am I supposed to remember where everything is in this place?
It's like a fortress and a labyrinth. I know.
Combined into one. Like, this is confusing as fuck.
Oh,
Here,
head
I didn't
priest.
get a good night's sleep last night. Can you just take me where this is?
Yes, of course.
Thank
As
you.
this woman kind of gently grabs your hand, and you kind of start to prattle hot. As you're kind of flying Thor, and you're going towards the castle, you do see that there is more hustle and bustle, people more awestruck that you're flying, and eventually you do get to the kind of palace grounds. I would assume that's where you would want to land. And you're looking around, and everything is really pretty. All the hedges are
Um,
pruned, and
I
there are
would
flower
like
beds.
I would like to try and I'm gonna look at like a tree and cast lightning lure on it. It's just a cantrip.
Okay.
And make sure that I still have all my powers.
Okay. So you do cast your lightning lure. I will say, go ahead and roll a perception check.
15.
15. There's kind of like maybe you're blinking odd, or there. It almost seems like there's a skip, and then the lightning strikes, and the tree is asunder, or a cinder.
I'm gonna try and use my let me see features and traits. I have the ability to determine which way the wind blows, and I'm gonna try and put the tree out. Same
Okay.
thing, kind of
Yep.
delayed.
Now that you're looking for it, go ahead and roll an investigation check at advantage.
Oh God. 18.
I will say there's a slight, maybe like second delay, but you are able to eventually, and you can smell the cinders.
What is going on? Oh my God. I need to find literally anyone. I'm gonna try and walk into the castle, the palace.
I'll say you are fairly far on the grounds, like the garden area, which you do see are adorned with flowers and florals and different kind of strings and ribbons and laces. There's this massive kind of archway. It looks like there is a wedding that will be taking place. As you're
Cool,
kind of like
cool.
looking, and I will say, just for brevity, walking across the the lawn, being kind of guided, is a very confused looking Thokk as he's looking around at his surroundings outside. As Thokk, you
Am I
see,
outside?
well, you haven't seen Asgard before.
What are wind?
As you're
What's
kind of
wow?
coming out, you do see a kind of disheveled looking Donner. Go ahead and roll another perception check for me.
That was caught. 21.
With your 21, you kind of, when you get closer to him, you can see that his facial hair and the hair on his scalp is slightly longer.
Like as long as when I first met him, or just
No.
slightly longer than it is now, or than
Just
I
longer
remember
than it is
just being.
than it was. Mhm.
Okay. Yo.
As
Fuck.
the little assistant just is like, "Oh, do you know each other?"
Oh my God, where are we?
Yes. Could you? I look at her. Can you give us a moment?
Do I recognize this little mousy lady?
Go ahead and roll a intelligence check.
Natural 20.
You're on.
You do not.
Okay. I wanted to freak her out real bad. I wanted to be like, "Thanks, Mossy," and her be like,
Yeah, right.
"Ah!"
Run.
Fuck, what the fuck is going on?
Apparently, we're in Asgard.
No, this is not. I mean, yes, it is Asgard, but it's not Asgard.
According to Manu, like this is Asgard. I reached out. He seems very distant, so I'm assuming he is still in the material plane, but according to him, we're in Asgard.
Fucking Loki's the king. We're not in Asgard. They
Is
would
that
never.
who the king is? I thought the king was gonna be like dirt.
No, why would Fear be?
Dude,
Why do you keep calling him dirt?
it's
His
a
name's
long
Fear.
story. I know. Like I met him when he was like a dumb kid. Well, actually, he was actually a pretty wise kid, but still a kid. But I woke up. I have an eye, which
Yeah. Hello.
DM, can I retroactively say that I have eclipse on me, or would it be weird for me as a priest to walk around with eclipse or with eclipse?
Eclipse was with your armor. I would say that unless stating it beforehand, you unfortunately do not have eclipse at the
Okay,
moment.
no
But
problem.
you know where eclipse is.
Okay. But yeah, like I woke up, all my shit looks like it hasn't been touched in a while. Apparently the high priest, the head priest, the something priest of this fucking place.
I was a scarecrow. Thought I was tied up on a post in a field with no shirt on. This was given to me by someone who called me Donna.
Where did the name Donner come from, anyways?
I made it up. It's not a real thing.
Then, the fuck? But
Leap
you're
is
still,
lightning too. You guys were so stupid. It's
you're
literally
still
just
able
another
to.
language for lightning.
What is Donner?
Never mind. Anyway, where is Alder?
Apparently he's the stable boy. Like
He would be the fucking stable boy.
I look at the lady. Is Mousy, whatever her name is, still? She's not listening, is she?
I'm not being quiet.
She's fairly far away. She just looks very confused.
This woman right here is about to take me to him. So if you want to come along, we figure out where your brother is and how the hell he became king. First of all,
Is this our Loki or is this a different Loki?
I haven't met him before. Do you know anybody known as the Cruxignaris?
DM, do I
Right.
know anyone named that?
It's
No.
your home plane.
I do not
And-
know anyone named that.
The mousy lady goes, "It's Crux and Eris. It's the couple that you're marrying."
Do I know
Oh,
those
that-
names?
I thought it was the last name.
You can go ahead and roll an intelligence check.
15. That's actually not terrible.
And
Still
you
don't
do
know.
not.
Cool. I'm gonna look at Mousy Lady and I'm just gonna be like, "Hi, Lady Sif. Where's Lady Sif? Where is she?"
And she kind of looks at you confused and she goes, "The general?"
Sure.
I mean, she's out on a mission on Midgard. The rest of the Warriors 3?
Right. And she is married to.
She's not married.
Okay. Great. I love every way this is going. Thokk, get me the fuck out of here.
no, I got this. Here, take us to the stables.
Head priest, it's that big barn there. You literally can't miss it.
Perfect. Thank you
we
so
have-
much. You keep taking care of the wedding.
We have about 2 hours.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Just
Thank you.
get your head straight, please.
That's never a thing, but sure.
And she looks at you with a knowing look, and then
It's
heads
okay.
back.
I'll see you in a
Such a
bit.
jokester today.
Heads back to
And
the
I-
castle.
I like knock Donner into like shoulder, and I'm like, I can't even walk straight. Watch. Anyways, all right, let's walk over to the stables.
So, Alder, while you're waiting for your buddies, what are you doing?
Just because I have no idea what's going on and I'm very confused by everything, I'm just gonna try and get to an upper area of the barn, and just kind of hide out for the time being, until they like he gets there.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a stealth check for me.
That is a 22.
Okay. You are able to hide into the rafters. And eventually the door opens and there is a very finely dressed Thokk Morning Light and a disheveled but handsomely dressed Thor going through the door.
Alder, Alder, are you in here?
And then like as soon as like they kind of get within reason, I'm gonna try and jump down from the rafters and try and put Thokk in a headlock.
Okay. Go ahead and drop down, and you do have advantage on it because it is a surprise. Go ahead and roll a strength save at advantage, and Thokk at disadvantage.
Strength save. Okay.
Yes,
At disadvantage?
at disadvantage because you're being startled.
Oh, you lucky fucker. Because the first one was 18. 12. 13.
19.
Sorry.
19. So like a fucking spider monkey, you see kind of covered in like dirt and soot is this elf guy who wraps his legs around Thokk's torso and puts his arm under Thokk's neck and puts the other hand behind his head as he's slowly starting to choke him.
I'm gonna
What
swing
the-
the hammer at him one-handed.
No,
Oh.
before you do that, I'm gonna say, "Who are you? You're an imposter. How the fuck do you have an eye? How do you know my name? What's going on?"
Now I'm definitely gonna hit him.
And
Okay.
you have an arm. What's happening? Where are we?
All right. Go ahead and roll an attack with the hammer.
That is a 27.
Oh yeah, it hits.
Okay.
27, obviously. Yeah.
I'm only gonna do it one-handed. I'm so sorry. Oh, it's a 1, and I'm not gonna re-roll it. Because I don't actually want to hurt you. I'm sorry, Pat doesn't actually want to hurt you. Thor doesn't care. Oh, it was actually a 28, if that matters.
I mean, 27 still hits, so.
It's 7 points of bludgeoning damage. And then you take, another 1 of lightning.
So 8 points total. Okay.
Yeah, 8 points total.
You get a bit of a shock as your head immediately starts ringing. If you're trying to still hold on to the grapple, I'll need you to roll it at disadvantage. And Thokk, just a straight strength save.
I'm just gonna be like, oh, no, that's
Perfect, 'cause I-
Thor.
I
That's
was about to
Thor.
start raging.
No, that's Thor. I let go.
Okay.
Are you Alder? Do you know me?
Yeah. I thought you said Asgard was shit. What the fuck is going on?
I have no. You are Alder for sure. I'm super sorry about that. I just didn't. I got scared, and I'm sorry. I'm gonna drop
to be
the hammer.
fair, you have an arm, he has an eye. I jumped you because I didn't know what's going on, but then again, I'm not missing my finger anymore. So, what the fuck is going on? Where are we? When are we? How are we?
Let me fix this first, though, and I tap him where like Donner slammed into him, and I'll cast Cure Wounds at first level.
Okay.
Dude,
As
thank you.
you do that, go ahead and roll a perception check, Donner and Thokk. Sorry, Thor and Thokk.
Okay. The heal, by the way, is for
You said-
life clerics.
You said perception.
Yep.
17.
16 heal.
I only need an 8, so we're good.
It's life cleric. Perception 28.
Gross.
With your 28, both of you are able to tell that Alder's hair is slightly longer as well.
Is there any green?
The tips are green. He's
Your
like a
hair
little
is
bit like a
grown-
porcupine.
Is like growing back. There's more green in it now than it was before.
And you look messier.
Yeah, I don't. Somebody called me Donna.
I mean, that's what we learned you to be. So
Yeah, no, but this is Asgard. I asked about Thor, and they don't know who Thor is.
Does my hair look different? And I like look around.
No, your hair looks fine. Shut up.
I mean, if you want to investigate, you can.
um
Who,
okay,
me?
No, them if they want
I
to
was gonna say
investigate.
I'm like literally trying to look at my own hair. Like,
Yep,
I'm gonna
Thokk is
ignore
going to be
Thokk at the
looking
moment.
at his hair.
your hair looks fine. So okay, so they don't know who you are, so you're saying that you don't exist currently.
It's what it seems like. I took off and I started flying with this. I hold my hammer, and I have this. Show my arm, and people didn't know who I was. They stared at me like I was some freak flying with a hammer that they've never seen before.
So it sounds like something that I read about in Ishiki's book. It's called an existential crisis.
I don't know what that is, but I don't like it. Stop telling me what I'm having, Alder.
I mean, I think I'm pretty sure when you have one of these, you just go out and spend a lot of money on something important, and it makes you feel better. I think that's the only way out of
I
it.
want to buy a chariot right now, like just a big one, just
Like
leather.
call it a Corvette, maybe. I don't know.
was flying something common before?
I mean, I flew. Talos, I think Talos flew, right? He had the ability to fly as well. Yeah, so Talos. Oh my God,
Ask about
Talos.
Talos.
Talos would know me. I'm gonna run out of the barn and just grab the closest person I can. And be like, "Hi, Talos, where's he? I just got a quick question for the prince."
The prince?
Yeah, Prince Talos.
I'm sorry, there's no Prince Talos, friend. How drunk are you?
I'm gonna fucking kill you. You say that to me
What?
again.
And then I'm gonna run out and be like, he's really drunk. He's really drunk. Come on, buddy. Don't worry. I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna have him go down with Cosmo so that way he doesn't.
And I'll go. I'm like, they're with me. Let's go, and I'll head back to my room.
Point the hammer at him and just be like, "I know your face."
Too much sacramental wine.
But we're not sacrificing anything.
Maybe
Is he
you.
sacrificing something?
Maybe you. Could be you.
Sacramental doesn't mean
guy.
sacrifice. It just means it's celebratory.
What did I do? I
don't
answered
even-
your question.
Yeah, you answered it wrong.
It's okay,
Idiot.
Steve. Don't worry about it. Come on.
Okay. So, Thokk, you're taking the two of them back to your quarters.
Mm-hmm.
Steve.
Do you remember your way back to the quarters?
I will try.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a. Let's do a intelligence check to see if you remember which way you came.
Wait, would I be able to assist and get him back to the head priest's quarters? I would know where that is, wouldn't I?
Go ahead and roll a history check.
So intelligence.
Modded 20.
Modded 20.
Modded 21. I'm sorry. My ability score. There was increases in proficiency.
It's okay. For as long as you have been a resident of Asgard, there's never been a head priest.
Cool. I have no idea where the fuck you were staying.
Hopefully, I do. 14.
14. You kind of messily kind of bring your way. Occasionally, you'll open a door and it's like a broom closet, or you'll open a door and it's just a bathroom. You do that at least 4 times. Yes, Alder.
I'm just gonna just kind of jump in and be like, Thor, sorry, Donna, I don't know.
Just call
Anywho,
me Thor.
you
I
don't exist right now, so maybe his quarters is your old room.
I'd take him to my old room.
Okay. I will say, as you guys are kind of leading your way over, Thor, Alder, you see that all of the walls are inlaid with solid gold, and in the gold are carvings of, like I stated earlier, a very slender gentleman with a horned helmet defeating, delegating, and essentially all the awesome things that this person has done as king.
This is bullshit. He's done none of these things.
Seems a little conceited.
It's a little arrogant. It's fine.
I want to try something,
Okay.
but
Okay.
it's gonna take me 10 minutes to try it.
Well, let's get back to your quarters first, and then you can try it there. I need to meet with the king. What are the odds that that's going to happen?
The way you look.
He's my
I mean,
brother.
he looks like a fancy hobo.
Yeah, it's kind of my style before I met you guys. So,
I mean, it's technically in right now, so it's a
People
look
would-
people like.
people were very nice to me on the street. Wait, everybody's really nice, right? No,
Yeah.
it couldn't be like a town that we were in that had like children being abducted or whatever.
And certain succubus that were around. The
Yeah,
only
yeah,
thing is that that didn't affect one of us because of the gender situation.
Right.
Yeah, so
Unless it's both incubus and succubus at the same time. But I think. Can I do? Oh God, do I have like any divine sense or something? Hold on.
I mean, realistically, even though I mean, I guess realistically, it looks like it's more of a spell, if anything, over all of them because I don't feel the same way I felt from that.
I mean,
I'm just confused as fuck.
we need to see the king, and we have the head priest and the head stable person.
And the head
So-
hobo.
I can be that for the time being. We need to see if it's our Loki. Can we like light the barn on fire?
No, but here, give me 10 minutes. Let's see if this works and see.
I was gonna say, I mean, it is a wedding. I'm pretty sure that that's not a euphemism that I know. Is that when you get married, you light a barn on fire?
I mean, you don't know Asgardian ways. Maybe we do. We sacrifice a full barn.
Do you?
No.
Then we don't.
So, DM,
Yes.
I'm assuming being head priest, in my quarters, I have spell components and stuff.
I would say you have things to the extent of like incense and blocks and like ink and paper and
Like ivory and all that shit.
sure.
So, I am going to take the next 10 minutes and sit on the floor and do my preparations. And I'm going to start muttering in Orcish. And I am going to cast Legend Lore. And it says, name or describe a person, place, or object. The spell brings to your mind a brief summary of the significant lore about the thing you named. The lore might consist of current tales, forgotten stories, or even secret lore that has never ever been widely known. If the thing you named isn't legendary importance, you gain no information. The more information you already know about the thing, the more precise the detailed the information you receive is.
Okay. What are you trying to find out?
I'm gonna think about Loki and what the legends and the lores of Loki in this place are. Because I'm assuming I would have absorbed the legend of where I'm currently at, not what I currently know.
Okay. So
There's more information under it, but I figured.
it's not a problem because you take the 10 minutes, you have everything, and breathing in, pulsating out the archaic energy, and you wait for this flood of information as you open one eye and then you open the other eye as nothing has happened.
The fuck? Well,
What was all that?
I was trying to gather
'Cause I've seen you
information.
do that before, I think.
I have once. It was a while ago though, and I can't remember what I did it with, but it usually helps me gather information, legends, lores about object, places, and things. But so far, your brother has no legendary story. Like, I don't understand. How is the king supposedly?
That seems right. It seems right.
So you're
The hell did he
saying
became
that
king
it's a
without-
charade.
I mean, I don't know 100%, but I mean, I can't explain you having a finger, you having an arm, and me having an eye, like, and all of us are sharing the same memories. So
Wait. And I'm gonna burst out of Thokk's chambers and
Mhm.
go to anyone within the vicinity. I'm gonna go, where's Heimdall?
After a while, you're able to flag someone down, and where's Heimdall? And they go, Heimdall, the war criminal?
I'm sorry, what?
The war criminal. Heimdall. He's in the dungeon.
What?
Oh, maybe you were.
I
And
was
they kind of
drunk.
look at all of you, and goes,
Really drunk.
maybe, yeah, no, he committed treason.
How did he do that?
He tried killing the king.
Mm.
Sounds
Mhm.
right. I get that.
Mhm. Well, I've been recently
Soba.
made the king's head of his dungeon. I'm the dungeon master. So I would like to be taken to this prisoner at once.
Go ahead and roll that deception check there.
I would like to make it intimidation if I could, and kind of like leer over him and stare down at him.
Okay. Go ahead and attempt a intimidation check on this person.
Okay. 22.
And they take a moment and they go, you're not really the head of the dungeon. You're going to hurt me if I don't bring you there.
That is correct.
Okay. As they slowly start leading you towards the dungeon, are you two following or no?
no,
Yep.
I'm following. I'm gonna make sure I have Eclipse with me.
Yes.
I'm following.
Okay. You pick up Eclipse, and this person kind of very nervously eventually gets to one of the doorways, and there is a long kind of staircase that spirals down.
He's down here.
Yes, the dungeon.
If you tell anyone where you brought us, I will find you. I know your face.
Just say it was the dungeon master.
And they go, yeah, got it.
Leave us. And we yeah, we start to walk down the stairs.
And then I look back to Thokk and I'll be like, you remember the way back, right?
I mean, I think so.
Cool, because I took notes just in case.
Okay.
Okay. So after about, I'll say like 5 minutes of walking down, you are still walking down the staircase.
Is there any end in sight?
There is no, it doesn't seem like there's a bottom in sight. But every time it spirals down, you do pass torches and everything is lit.
I'm going to drop Mjolnir down and wait to hear a crash.
Okay. So drop and you kind of wait. And I'll say it's a good like 20 seconds before there's just nothing.
And then I'll call it back to me.
It takes a while, but comes back up.
Okay. I'm gonna grab Alder and I'm gonna look at Thokk. Do you have any ability to like fall slowly?
I mean, I could wild shape into something to descend down with flight.
Oh, cool. You can hold him? Great. We need to just go down this way. And I'm going to jump down with my hammer and like try and kind of like coast. I don't want to like free fall in case the ground comes quicker than anticipated.
Why can't I just Carry me. Okay, bye.
Alder's gonna
No.
carry you.
Yeah, I'm gonna wild shape into a giant eagle and have you hop on.
I apologize in advance.
For what?
Fat as fuck.
Shut up.
So, as you guys all decide to free fall or fall, I need Alder to make a strength check to see if he can hold Thokk up.
Oh, me. I've
Dude, I'm
just-
350 pounds.
We've done
No,
it
you
before.
don't have your armor on.
I thought I was 350 with my armor, or without my
Yeah.
armor.
Oh,
Uh,
that's
Oh wait,
that's a you thing.
no, maybe you're right. Maybe it was 300 without the armor, 350 with it.
19.
Okay.
Because I get the eagle strength stats.
Yes.
Just
So
better than mine.
I will say you're able to, you waver a little bit, but you are able to hold him as the three of you just kind of glide as you're kind of gliding down. I'll say it's quiet. It's almost like you're in a vacuum of nothing as 1 minute turns into 2, 2 turns into 3, 3 turns into 4, 4 turns into 5, so on, so on.
Is it dark?
I would say it's fairly dark. You can see the torches, and as you kind of go down, you do see the torches are obviously moving with that spatial recognition. As you go lower, the one goes to the top, and then it kind of comes up.
I'm
Hello.
going to cast light on my boots.
And I'm gonna light up Eclipse.
Do
Okay.
we see a bottom?
I will say you don't have to roll for this. You do not see a bottom.
Does it ever end?
Would I know of the dungeon if it was booby trapped or there was any secrets to it?
Go ahead and roll a history check.
Oh, that's not great. 12.
So with your 12,
13.
you remember it was like a deep dungeon, but it was like maybe like 2 levels down. It was never endless.
But I thought your hammer hit the bottom.
It did not.
It did not.
Oh.
I'm going to fly down.
Okay. So you start tail bombing down, and eventually, Thor, as you're going down, you see in the distance a very small light. And as you get closer and closer down, you see the bright light of Eclipse as you're over it.
There's an enchantment on this staircase.
Of course there
As
is.
Thor just kind of comes from the top down. Bark.
I'm better. That's all I got.
I'm trying to see if it has. Okay, it doesn't have any components. I'm gonna go ahead and put both hands on Eclipse and just wind it around my head, and I'm going to cast Dispel Magic. Choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range. Any spell 3rd level or lower, ends each spell 4th level or higher on the target. Make an ability check using your spell casting ability. DC equals 10 plus the spell's level. On a success, the spell ends.
Okay. What's your GC?
My DC I have to beat would be 10 plus the spell that you currently have up with, if it's even a magical effect.
Okay.
That's what I have to beat with my spell ability. Okay.
Okay.
Which is that. Okay.
After a moment, you're able to kind of dispel where you're currently at, and the three of you are currently sitting down in the remnants of a dungeon. Like, it's very gross and biley, and everyone roll perception checks.
I'm actually in eagle form now. I get advantage on those, or am I back to normal?
You are currently an eagle.
Okay.
8.
29.
29.
27.
27. There is a brief moment for the two of you, Alder and Thokk, of while sitting down, looking around. Thokk, you are slightly blind in your right eye before the vision comes back. And Alder, with your check, you are able to see Thor's arm gone, and then it is there. Like, there's a lag.
And you just see like a bird head just kind of do like a.
Yeah, no, I noticed it too. My vision went off very briefly in my right eye. Is this an illusion?
Hmm? And I'm just gonna drop bird form and be like, it feels like something like that. Yeah. Can't really place it. And then I'm just gonna look at Thor and I'll be like, maybe try shouting his name or something, see if he can hear us.
And I'll call for Heimdall.
You call, and you are immediately met with the unintelligible screams of your friend in the far off hall.
I will run in that direction.
Just look at
Wait.
Thokk and say, that sounds bad. And follow.
So,
Same.
as you get to the cell, you see Heimdall, and his hands are amongst the bars. His hair is long, his beard is long, and he's looking at you with normal eyes. As he looks at you, as you want to go ahead and roll perception for me?
Sure. 11.
I'll say with your 11, you can tell that this man is slightly feral, and the way he's looking at you, he does not seem friendly or familiar.
And I'll look at him. You tried to kill the king?
And I'll try to kill the king 10 more times.
Why? Why did you try and kill the king?
Because in bringing the kingdoms together, Jotunheim, Asgard, it's an abomination.
He brought the kingdoms together.
Yes, son of Laufey, son of Freya.
This doesn't make any sense. Loki would never bring the kingdoms together. He'd want to lord over all of them as king. Not. This doesn't make any sense. Who brought you here?
The god.
And I'll turn and look at the group and just say, this is no Heimdall of mine.
I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
For the
What
next
does
10
Detect
minutes.
Magic give you the...
So it says for the next 10 minutes, you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn the school of magic, if any.
Okay.
The spell Can penetrate most barriers, but it is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, or a thin sheet of lead.
Okay. You are able to determine that you are currently surrounded by magic. The bars are real. However, the person behind the bars is not.
Can I gather the school of magic?
You can. It is enchantment.
None of this is real. At least some of it is real. He's not. Can I take a stone and like toss it at him?
You can.
Like a pebble or something small?
You throw it, and he reacts to it, and he goes, "Let me out of this cage, and I'll start throwing rocks at you."
Enchantment. Okay. Is he like at the bars, like holding onto the bars?
He's holding onto the bars.
I'm gonna, as quick as I can. Ah, shit. As quick. Sorry, I hit my phone. I'm gonna go as quick as I can. I'm gonna grab for his hand and cast Greater Restoration.
Okay. So you are able to grab his hand. You feel flesh. However, with greater restoration, it just kind of pulses.
So it doesn't end. It says end 1 effect that charms or petrified. So it's not a charm.
Can you do that to all of us?
Not
if it's
today
not-
anymore.
If it's not a charm, then it doesn't really matter.
It's enchantment, but I'm not exactly great with enchantments. I thought I would be able to break the enchantment with Greater Restoration, but that did not work.
I mean, there's a way. I guess we could.
Talk to the king.
I was thinking something along those lines. Yeah.
As I look at Thor and Alder with detect magic still up. What does his arm look like?
It's currently glowing.
I'm gonna use my action to see what school it is too.
It's enchantment.
It's also enchantment. Okay. Your arm is not there either.
Saw
And
that when
neither's
I
your
was an eagle.
finger.
Thank you, Alder.
Does it feel real? Like, does it
Yeah,
does it
I mean,
hurt? I punch his arm.
You can feel it.
I feel it. It feels real. I know
This
it's
is-
not. I ripped my arm off and had the rest cut off. So
This is some strong magic, y'all. That's talk to the king. I mean, apparently I have a wedding that I have to prepare in an hour and a half.
I would say like within an hour.
Within an hour.
okay.
We did
we're
spend
gonna,
some time falling down the stairs, so
Yeah, we're gonna go back upstairs to the door.
Okay. You go up the stairs, and it's about a flight and a half before you're back at that door.
bullshit.
This has to come from someone who knows Asgard. Everything is the same. Or mostly the same.
Would this be something Loki would be able to do?
I don't think so. Not my Loki. I mean, who knows, if there's a more powerful version, but the way that I know him, he's not got this kind of enchantment.
Mhm.
But I haven't been around for the last 1,000 years, so.
Well, I guess let's go to the king. Fuck it. Where was the chambers whenever you used to be here?
And I will have them follow me.
Okay.
And we'll lead them to the king's chambers.
I will say, kind of before you get to the king's chambers, there is a guard about 2 or 3 guards that kind of block that way.
I will go to the front and say, "Blessed be," and then say, "I am to bring these two to the king." Step out of the way.
That curtsy.
Go ahead and roll a deception check.
Ooh.
Does my curtsy give him advantage?
No.
Does my outfit and my title give me advantage?
No.
I mean, it wasn't horrible for a +0. 18.
18. They kind of look at you and they nod and they go, "Make it quick. King has to prepare for the wedding."
Oh well.
As do we.
I make my way forward.
And you see an eyebrow go up as they inspect you, the staple boy, and Thor.
Fancy hobo.
As you
King of the hobos. Thank you.
gotta be king of something.
Yeah.
As you go into the doorway, you are in this very large chamber of just more emeralds and golds just dripping, almost oozing the wall. Not literally, but figuratively. More carvings, and you do see that there is a giant statue of that slender gentleman with the horns, arms open, almost like a messiah figure. As there are 2 hallways, there's left and right. Thor, you would know, right is usually like bedchamber, and then left is usually like dining, entertaining. Like if there was anyone that the king needed to entertain within the chambers, that's where they would probably go.
I would look at it and go, nobody loves Loki like Loki.
This is even gaudy for what I grew up with.
Clearly.
And
Keep
I
going.
will, I would head down. I would assume they're entertaining in the hall because it's a wedding. Or would they be preparing in their bedchamber? An hour? I would say they're in the bedchamber getting ready. So I would go to the right.
To the right it is.
Okay. As you go to the right, there are these gold-plated doors that have the sigil of the helmet. No head in it, but just the helmet with the horn. So each horn is like a handle. And
What is this thing?
It's Loki's
I-
helmet.
Have I ever seen it? Has Thokk ever seen it? I'm assuming not.
Loki hasn't worn his helmet yet.
Right. That's a lot.
It's a big helmet. It's a large target.
How does he not get it caught in doorways and stuff?
Well, look at our doorways. They're large. You can kind of wear anything and get through them.
You know.
And I'm going to take the hammer and just kind of like rap on the door.
Okay. You do, and after the second or third rap, the door kind of gently wafts open as you're hit with nice smells of incense and candles, and you just hear like conversation kind of going and someone muttering to themselves.
Your Highness?
King Loki? Question mark.
And you hear like a crunch, like a crunch of a fruit or an apple, and you hear, "Don't got you?
Yeah.
Come in, come in, come in." And you kind of come in and you see your brother, very long, luscious hair. His face is not scarred up, his ears are intact, and he is currently like lounged with this big bowl of like green apples. And you see his armor is just like up with kind of these deep emerald golds and greens with like a cape. And you would assume this is kind of what he would wear to the wedding. And he goes, "Oh man, it's so good to see you guys."
Did you not think to come look for us?
I mean, I did, and then there was like apples and there was like wine, and you got here anyway.
Loki, this is not real. We are in an enchantment.
Wait, is detect magic still up? 10 minutes?
I would say you were on the outskirts as you were going to the doorway.
Okay. So if it's not up, then I won't ask.
And he's like, if it's not real, then why do I feel the juice of this apple running down my chin, or the sweet perfumes of the room?
It's an enchantment. Have you ever known of me or Alder ever being in Asgard? We have literally been here for like an hour.
What? Why were we in Asgard again?
We were burying Anya.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure she's from where.
Yeah, in the
Loki,
ground.
get up. We have to
Oh, right.
figure out what's
right,
going
geez.
on.
And you like strong arm him up, and he's like, "Oh, right, jeez, you don't have to like push me. I'm royalty."
I'm gonna hit him. I'm gonna hit him.
Okay, go ahead.
I mean, I'm not going to stop you.
Take a swing.
At this point, I've already gotten hit too. It's just kind of the thing that you got to go through when you realize what's going on.
I'm gonna punch him in the face, and that is a 26.
26. Yeah, you hit him.
Yeah, he takes 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ah, dick. Why?
You deserved every bit of that.
What?
At least he
Because
just
I
punched you
woke
rather
up a
than hitting you
king,
with
and
the
then
hammer.
you woke up like. Well, you look kind of like you when you were in the prison, weren't you?
Right. Thank you for that. I really appreciate it. We need to figure out what the fuck is going on here.
Yeah, and who is Crux and Eris? Crux and
Um,
Eris.
I don't know. I've been told they are newlyweds, or they are to be wed by the head priest. Oh my God, are you the head priest?
Yes, I'm the head priest. I don't know who the fuck these people are.
Oh, that's so
and what
lovely.
the fuck is going on?
That's nice. No, that's nice. Like you have like a job. Look at you.
Yeah, we have a job too, to stop
like, dental?
Ragnarok.
That's Wait, Ragnarok?
Yeah.
Yes, Loki. The 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. This is part of the reason that Anya is dead. That's why we're burying her here.
Remember, we were gonna go get somebody to make us something so that we can go to the moon, so we can go to Never.
Exactly.
Mhm.
That thing that he did not say right.
And now I'm a stable boy.
And
And now he's picking up shit.
he was putting like things together, and then you came in with Stable Boy, and he goes, "Oh." So you're the Stable Boy, you're
Focus.
the head
No.
priest.
Focus. No.
Come on, it's kind of perfect.
No.
Look, a priest, a stable boy, and a hobo walk into the king's chambers. Now, I know it's a perfect joke, but at the same time, it's not a joke. Snap the fuck out of it. What the hell's going on?
I don't know. That's what I'm
Yeah.
trying to tell you. I don't
Inside
know.
check.
I
Do I
woke up
believe
like
him?
shit.
I was
Inside
just gonna
check.
say that too.
Inside check. All of us.
Same.
All of
Okay.
us.
Go ahead and roll an insight check.
Natural 1.
21.
29.
All three of you see that Loki is being earnest. Listen, I just woke up. I woke up with a beautiful woman in my bed. My
That's your
bed.
wife.
Look at how big that bed is. And it's like a big, like circular bed. It's like, look how big that is. Like I could do jumping jacks on one end of the bed and it wouldn't even disturb her. How cool is that? And then everyone's just telling me I'm king. I mean, come on.
Yes, but how did you become king? Like,
I don't remember. But
exactly.
I've been told I'm a pretty great one. I mean, I got my friends' jobs.
Do you remember what happened with
I
your
don't
dad?
exist in this world. Nobody
one.
knows who Thor is.
Oh,
This
Or
is a
Talos.
fallacy, Loki. If Talos is gone, Heimdall is in the dungeon for trying to kill you.
I mean, he should probably be in the dungeon if he's trying to kill me.
Oh my god, I'm going to try and kill you if you don't stop.
All right. Look, I'm trying to process this just as quickly as you're bringing me the information.
Thor's going to, he had a thought. He's going to close his eyes and he's going to focus the energy and he's going to cast storm sphere
Okay.
on himself.
Okay.
So, what he's trying to do is essentially he's trying to cause a glitch in the matrix. What Storm Sphere does is a 20-foot radius sphere of whirling air springs into existence, centered on a point you choose within range. The sphere remains for the spell's duration. I'll get to that in a minute.
Okay.
Each creature in the sphere, when it appears or that ends its turn, they must succeed on a strength saving throw or take 2d6 bludgeoning damage. The sphere space is difficult terrain. Creatures within 30 feet of the sphere have disadvantage on wisdom perception checks made to listen. Yeah, so I'm going to do that and try and... I want to try and cause a glitch in the matrix, essentially.
Okay. So you're able to channel this inner energy as you pulse it out. Everyone has a very loud ringing in their ears, and there is a moment where it kind of spreads out, and there's almost like a slight, I would say, it doesn't like hit the walls yet. As you see it just kind of flatly just go through, and then it hits the walls and makes scorch marks. That's fucking weird.
It's not real, Loki. I'm telling you, it's not real.
What?
It's not real.
We're in an enchantment.
Something's fucky.
No, I can't hear you. What?
I said something's fucky.
Someone's lucky? Yeah, no, it's me. I'm king, dude.
I'm gonna cast Lesser Restoration to remove the deafness.
I'll be right back.
Okay. And you see, Whew. All right. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Now do you believe us?
It's not that I didn't believe you. It's just, it's nice here.
I know it's nice here, but how long is here going to last once the end of the fucking world happens?
Well, that's the world. This isn't the world.
How do you know that? We're in an enchantment. How do you not know that we're on Earth or Midgard or wherever the hell you guys call it right now? How do you know we're actually made it to Asgard? Shit, for all we know, we could be in the astral plane and not know it.
Then if we're in the astral plane, then why can't we be fucking comfortable?
Because that's not what life is always about. Unfortunately, you have to face the shit in order for the good things to be more appreciated.
I did my shit, man.
I understand.
Last
you did
time I
your
was
shit.
here, everything was on fire, and now it's back up.
Yeah, that's too good to be true. Nothing is ever that easy.
Why not? We've been through so much fucking shit. Why not?
Because it's the right thing to do. Don't you think that I would want to give up too? You know how much I've given up in order to like save everybody else and do what's better for everyone else? Don't you think I have someone waiting for me that I'm hoping to go back to as well? So you're happy, so all of us can be miserable, right? What happened to that wedding that you guys were so excited to like plan? You're not going to be able to do that if we stay here.
You're getting married to Sue, right?
No. I'm getting married to Tibrin.
What color is Tibrin?
Blue. With great hair.
And you just see a very frustrated Loki who's trying to remember. Okay, fine. We can fucking leave. So how do we leave?
You don't really think that part out.
You're the one that got the good end of this deal. Are you doing something?
No. Do you think if I was doing something, I would, one, let you guys know about it? And two, any kind of memories intact? I can't even get this right. I mean, I
Seriously.
can't get this right. I'm just, probably the enchantment or something. No, this isn't me. Yes, I could do illusions, but this, to this extent, it's brilliant.
Do I know, DM, any remedies or something of the sort to regain someone's memories?
I
Like,
would
if not,
say-
it's not a big deal. But I
I would
wasn't.
say not off the top of your head.
Okay.
Is this like when we were in like Sun Golf? Like, is everyone gonna fucking like? Is there a succubus? Maybe it's a succubus.
It's not a succubus.
We already talked about that. We don't think it's a succubus.
Not all of us would be effective unless you guys are not telling me something. Incubus wouldn't work on you.
Okay, gender's fluid.
Well,
Anyway.
you, yes, but the other.
But okay,
But I'd be affected as well.
and you see him kind of rub his eyes, and go ahead and you guys can take a perception check for me. It's insight.
Based on
9.
that.
Okay.
17.
28.
With the 17 and 28, you notice that Loki is wearing a wedding band.
Ooh.
What? Ooh, what?
I'll point to his finger. I'll be like, that's
Oh.
new.
Yeah. No, I'm like married to like the queen here.
I
She's
mean,
not the
you're
queen. We don't have a queen.
I mean, we do now.
This isn't real, Loki.
Just let me fucking have like one
No.
thing.
You've lived 900 years without me. No.
Doesn't mean I didn't have you in the back of my stupid head.
Oh my god, do you want me to hit you again?
No, I don't. So, what's the game plan?
Where's the Bifrost? Is it still functioning? Is it still in working order?
I mean, I don't know. I would assume so.
If we use the Bifrost, shouldn't we be able to go anywhere we want?
Yeah, I mean, we should. I mean, but you said Heimdall's in the dungeon.
Right, but there's got to be someone else that runs it. Sif's on Midgard. She had to get there somehow.
She is?
Oh my god, Loki, yes.
I'm just like, okay, I'm sorry. Last time I saw her, she wasn't around.
So should we make our way to Midgard or?
Midgard is where we were.
I know, but if we came to Asgard and everything went to shit, do you think this Sith lady will help?
Sif's not real either. Fuck. Sif is my wife. She is dead.
Gotcha.
But she had to get to Midgard. The way we transport ourselves in Asgard is through the Bifrost. It's a rainbow bridge. And I want to see how far this enchantment goes. So I'm going to throw Loki's like armor at him. Get dressed.
Ow.
We're going to the Bifrost.
Okay. You don't have to throw stuff.
If you give me like 20 minutes, no, 10 minutes, right? To don armor?
Yeah.
If you give me like 10 minutes, I'll meet you here. Or do you just want to come with me?
The palace.
Okay.
Meet us out in front of the palace.
So I'm gonna head to my chambers.
Okay.
And I'm gonna don my armor, put on my hat of disguise, and make it look like I'm still in my priest outfit.
Okay.
But in
Just
actuality, I'm
in your armor.
wearing my armor.
Okay. So,
As I'm scrubbing it, I'm like, Pelor's gonna kill me.
as you're dothing, and Loki is dothing, I would assume Alder, Thor, you're still in the room with him, correct?
Yeah, I assume I was pretty much already good to go.
Yeah, I don't have any armor that I'm aware of. So
So as he's doffing the armor, the door
Got
does
him.
open, and there is a very beautiful blonde with kind of curly golden locks that kind of comes in, and she's kind of accentuated to Loki, so she's wearing like green and golds as well. And she goes, "Darling, we're almost. Oh, you have guests. Hello."
hi. Do we have our necklaces on?
You can look it.
I'm gonna push.
You
I'm gonna
currently
push.
have just collar.
Cool.
How do you want to introduce me to your friends? Oh yes, Alder, you're the. How is Cosmo doing?
He's ready for a wedding.
Oh, I hope so. You got all three of the little bow ties on for him.
Of course, yeah, no, he's ready to bear all of the rings.
He didn't bite anyone, did he?
I mean, if he did, he hit it well.
Thank you. And she puts like a nice warm hand to your cheek, very affectionate. And she goes, "Oh, and you are."
Leaving, and then we walk away.
She's looking at you, Thor.
I'm Thor.
Thor. Go ahead and roll a insight check.
All of us.
That is an 18, modded 18.
Not at 18. You want to, Alder, up to you.
12.
With your 18, she blinks very briefly and then looks at you and goes, "It is so lovely to meet you, Thor. Is that a family name?"
Yes. I mean, it was given to me by my mother, so I guess you could call it a family name.
That is very lovely. And you'll be coming to the wedding.
Yeah, you seem to be familiar with my name. No one else here has been.
Just a very odd name.
Yeah, strange.
So, well, I have to make sure the Mr. is presentable. If you give me a moment, and she kind of just like picks and prods at Loki. And Loki's just kind of looking at you like, just mouthing, "I don't know."
Does her face look familiar at all?
You can go ahead and roll an investigation check, Alder.
I would like to roll one as well.
You can roll one as well.
I rolled an 8.
16.
Alder, with your 8, there is no recognition. I'll say with your 16, Thor, she kind of looks familiar, but you can't really pinpoint it.
Curse you, Heidi.
Are you controlling this?
I'm sorry?
This illusion, are you in charge of it?
I'm in charge of that. I don't usually like wearing like makeup on my face. So
No. The illusion that is this entire palace, that is this plane of Asgard. Are you in charge of it? Is this you doing it?
I mean, I'm in charge of Asgard as a queen would be, but it's really on him.
You are no queen of Asgard. I'm sorry.
Well, agree to disagree.
You can agree all you want. Loki never had a queen when he sat on Asgard's throne and saw the downfall of Asgard. This is not Asgard.
Then what else is it?
A vision. Nothing more than pictures on a page. An artist's rendering.
Well, I'm very sorry you feel that way, Thor. we have to get ready for the wedding now. You're more than welcome to stand about if you'd like. Alder, if you could prepare Cosmo, please.
Yeah, no, totally get ready. Yeah, Thor, let's get ready to go. He's gonna help me out.
And she just
And I
kind of
curtsy.
nods.
Do I believe her? Do I think that she doesn't know what I'm talking about?
You can roll another insight.
8.
Can I roll as a observer?
You can.
Modded 20.
Modded 20. She doesn't seem to know what you're talking about.
All right, well, guess we'll go prepare Cosmo. Come on, Thor. Gonna have to learn the ropes somehow.
I'm gonna walk out staring at Loki like daggers at Loki and say, "What the fuck is a Cosmo?"
Just meet me at the wedding and we'll have a great time at the wedding.
And I follow Alder out.
Okay. And door closes as the two of you kind of walk out. Thokk, you're kind of coming back. You're occasionally clanking, but you see a very frustrated Thor and a slightly clammy Alder.
Hot? It feels hot.
So hot.
Why are you hot?
I just told the queen she wasn't real, so.
Yeah, he basically said she sucks. And I was sitting there like,
I mean, I didn't say she sucks. She doesn't suck. She's just not real.
I mean,
you tell someone they're not real, that usually kind of means, hey, dude, you suck. So, I don't know. Feels similar.
Maybe they don't know that they're not real.
I will confirm with you right now that they don't know that they're not real.
Yeah, but how do we know that we're not real? How do we know that we are?
Existential crisis.
Thokk, you just did detect magic, and we were real. They're just parts of us that aren't.
As far as we know. What I'm saying is, don't start stirring up shit. Like, don't tell these people they're not real. I don't think that that's gonna really play out well for us if
Look, Thokk,
we have 3 people here.
You don't understand. This isn't what Asgard was when I went back. There's no way that it's in this shape right now. And all of the people that are here are dead. If not most. So, don't tell me not to tell them that. Don't tell me. It's more painful for me to be here than you can even imagine. So, we need to get out now.
But like, what's
What is the
it
worst
gonna
that
do?
could happen?
We
What's
get
the worst
thrown
that
in
it's going to
prison.
happen?
Ragnarok happens. The end of the universe happens.
We're not going to get thrown in prison.
How do you know that for sure, though?
Because it's not real, Thokk.
I don't know, but a lot of this feels pretty real. Just because it's an enchantment and it's not real doesn't mean that it can't harm us. Magic still has a way of hurting you, even when it's an illusion.
I hate to do this, Thor, but I think he's right. I think we're gonna have to probably ride out this wedding before we could try getting to your Bifrost or whatever you called it.
You're the one that said you wanted to play this out to see where it goes. You said let's ride out the illusion to see why this is happening.
I don't remember. Anyway,
those are your words.
I believe you. We need to get out of here.
As you
the
say
problem
that,
is how I could try to banish you, but it's probably going to banish you here. It banishes you to your home plane of existence. Unless you're already in your home plane of existence, then you go to a demi-plane for a minute.
So I'll say
It's a
during this
theory.
conversation, the doors do open, and Loki and his wife are looking a lot more regal looking. And there's a minute of she's surprised to still see you there, and Loki's like, "Oh hey, yeah, no, I wanna. Can I? I'm gonna go help with Cosmonaut," and to pet under his chins, and his wife goes, "We need to be at the ceremony to watch it. Head priest, aren't you supposed to be officiating?"
Yes, I will be there shortly.
And she looks at the four of you. You're not going to the wedding, are you?
Wouldn't miss it for the world.
You want to roll that deception check.
It's out of the box.
Out of the box.
That is a 7.
She looks at you and she goes, "All right, come on." And she starts moving. And Loki's like, "What?" And she turns around and she's like, "All right, come on."
I follow. Why not?
So as you kind of follow, you eventually get to the main kind of chamber, and eventually you get to the throne room. And the throne room is lavish. There are just statues of Loki and his bride, and you see just this crystalline stained glass of their ceremony, and everything is beautiful and gorgeous. And she sits and she kind of slouches on the middle of the throne, and she goes, "I can never get any of you together for a wedding. It's just every time. Every time. Okay, yeah, no, we'll try it again, I guess." And you see her move her hand, and the walls just drip down, essentially. And that glitch, and you just see ruins as you see the queen on her throne. She's in kind of a rattier version, like battle worn, of the regal clothes she was wearing, and to her right is this very large monstrosity of just metal. As Thor, you recognize the destroyer is right next to her. However, usually when the destroyer has like a yellow or orange tinge inside, it is completely hued green. And she looks frustrated as your arm is gone. Your eye is gone, Thokk. Your finger, Alder, is gone. As she goes, it was going to be nice, and we were going to do the ribbon thing around the pole. And
Where do I know you from? Your face it's familiar and I just can't place it.
every single time we have this conversation, Thor, we went out for like 2 weeks in 6th grade, essentially.
Does that do anything for me?
Go ahead and roll a history check.
14.
14. You dated a very talented magician by the name of Adorna. And she had
Adorna?
Adorna. And she had a huge crush on you, and you knew it because you were the prince. And eventually, Sith caught your eye.
Oh.
You dog.
See, there's the
Adorna.
realization, and we don't have to go through this all again. Yes, I know. You moved on. It's fine. This isn't what that's about.
What is this about then?
It's about Asgard and moving things forward. So you don't remember. Oof. She points at you, Thor. We have had a lot of fun. Points at Loki. We have had a lot of fun. And Alder. We have also had a lot of fun. And then you, it's like I'm just hanging out with like my best friend.
It wasn't fun.
No, you weren't into me like that.
I mean, I
When
wasn't.
you were king, you just, it was a lot of kissing on the cheek.
So that's
Because-
great.
I get it. I'm
Yeah, it's just
confused, but I
Loki's
get it.
turn. Yeah, it's Loki's turn now, and then Alder, you're actually up. It's been what we're on. How many weeks has it been?
Weeks. It's only been
Yeah,
a couple hours.
I never can do good arithmetic off the top of my head. It's been what, 3 months?
I'm sorry, what? It's been 3 months?
You say this every time. What? It's been 1 month? Oh, it's been 2 months. Yes, it's been 3 months.
If it's been that long, we got to get back. We got to figure this out. That's
We have to
far too long to be away.
We have to stop the apocalypse, and it's so drab. It's so boring. It's
Why
so
did you-
boring.
Why did you keep us here?
Because it's just Asgard, as you can see, is a wasteland, and you four are the saddest sacks I think I've met in a very long time, and I don't know. Felt charitable. I needed an escape myself, and I felt you did as well. Think of this as a extended vacation that doesn't really have to end.
How well is this vacation if I don't remember any of it?
You're not going to remember this conversation, so why does it matter?
The mouse and Thokk's wheel just broke.
Yeah, you're making the face again, darling. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. Essentially, we'll restart the day over again. This time, hopefully, with Thor, you as head priest, it'll go a lot smoother. And Alder, you can be king, and Loki, you'll be scarecrow.
No, we need to leave. This isn't an option anymore.
And then you're gonna throw the hammer, and then, oh. Darling, we've done this so many times.
Why did you keep us here? What's the point? What is your end goal?
My end goal? To fucking live out the rest of Ragnarok. It's a moot point. But here, being happy for having one great day outweighs everything. It's just, you keep fucking it up. I got time. We have time.
Thor's eyes are gonna blue over
All
in
right.
Thoughts are starting to
Anger.
turn yellow.
in rage.
She's gonna snap, and I need you all to make wisdom saves.
Oh boy. 16.
25.
28.
25 and 28. Okay. So you see Thor and Loki, they immediately just go down. And she kind of rolls her eyes and she goes, just don't fight it. Then you're going to have nosebleeds. It's exhausting. It's exhausting. And she kind of looks at you. Maybe this time I'll make you the crazy one. Now she looks at you, Thokk. And then she's going to try to snap again as you see that there is a nosebleed that is starting to happen.
When she does that, I'm going to cast Banishment on her.
Okay.
I need her to make a Charisma saving throw.
Charisma saving throw. Okay. Charisma save. She got a 27.
Oh, yeah, no, oh, fuck. Yeah.
You see her and her figure tries to, like, it vibrates very briefly and she goes, did you just try to banish me?
No, I had a sneeze. I chew.
And you see her and she disappears from where she's sitting, and then you hear her voice behind you as she goes, "No, no, no, no. You tried to banish me. That's a new one. Usually you try to hit me with the axe thing."
The sword?
Sure.
Why would I do that? We can handle this like civilized adults. As my hair starts turning yellow. But I don't rage yet.
Yeah. And she breathes in again, and she's going to snap again. Go ahead and make another wisdom save, you two.
Natural 20.
25.
25. And you see her, and she wipes the blood from under her nose, and she goes, "Okay, we're having a plan D then. It's been a while." As she kind of looks over and she goes, "You're up, big guy." And she starts walking forward as you hear the humming of the destroyer as it starts to push through, and you start seeing these green spikes that kind of spurt out from its shoulders.
Yeah, we're not dealing with that either. I'm gonna try to cast banishment on that thing. Get rid of that thing. I
Okay.
want it gone. Charisma save.
Charisma save.
Doesn't seem charismatic from a distance.
I don't think it's charismatic as well.
It got a 17.
It failed.
Okay.
DC 18.
Okay, so for a minute.
For a minute, it'll be in a demi-plane. It's harmless, but it's gone for a minute.
Okay. And she looks and she goes, "All right." And you see her, and she's able to generate. She has 2 long swords that kind of almost like come out of where her forearms are. She goes, "I really, really just tried to be nice. I really did."
And then I'm just going to look at her and be like, "Yeah, but shit changed." And I'm going to cast Investiture of Ice, and you're just going to see me jump up and my entire body turn into ice. And I'm just going to say, "Bring it, cunt." And I'm ready to go.
Oh, shit.
Okay. Let me see here. So we are 5 to 11. So let's say we end it there, where we currently have Adorna, and Destroyer is currently banished, and we have a conscious Thokk and Alder.
And what happened to Thor again?
Thor
he's
immediately
sleeping.
dropped.
I fell down.
He's sleeping. Unconscious or just sleeping?
Him
Hard to
and Loki
describe.
are both incapacitated at the moment.
Incapacitated.
Correct.
Got it. Okay.
Will I get to
look, Josh
roll?
is back.
Will I get to roll awesome wisdom saves to wake up?
I don't know yet.
Cool. Well, guys,
Way to
thank
go,
you so
Loki.
much
I did it.
for thank you guys so much for hanging out. We will be back next week. We're still back next week, right? Yeah, I think so.
I think
I
so.
think so.
Yep, that's the last week. Yeah, I'll be in town still.
Okay, cool. So that we'll be back next week with an all-new episode of Dungeons and Dragons and Junk Drawer.
Ding.
Dang.
Make sure to tune in. We got to write the whole script out and everything. It'll be great. 4 weeks in a row. Hooray, awesomeness. Josh, would you like to shout out some names in the chitty chat?
Hell yeah, dog. All right. Thank you, Gandalf the Babe, another TV viewer, Commander Root, Enamelings, Javelez1199, Mislenity, Shawarma Chameleon, and Workflows. Thanks.
Much appreciated, guys. Thank you so much for checking us out. And don't forget to wear your mask because Delta variant, it's a thing. It's a real thing. If you're not vaccinated, get vaccinated. And we will see you guys all back here next week.
Bye-bye.
Take it easy, guys.